WB, take us through what's happened so far, please.
Hayley Matthews won the toss and decided to bowl first, and it's been a solid start from the Indian openers, in no hurry at all, both of them. Of course, the debutant had a bit of luck as well, but it has to be said that she's shown some good temperament here. At the other end, Smriti Mandhana was going about continuing a good form and in no hurry, fairly composed. And the West Indies always continue as far as their catching is concerned. They need to grab the opportunities that come their way, which is not to be, and that has enabled India to be without loss at the end of 15 overs. 7 boundaries coming in this innings so far. And when we talk about batters, we talk about the setup, which is such an important component. Look at the way these two batters set up. On the left, Smriti Mandhana, there's a bit of gap between the hands on the handle, but her back lift and downswing is done by both the hands involved together, whereas in the case of Pratika Rawal, there's a little bit of bottom hand domination, which is making the bat swing away from the path of the bat, of the swing rather. The bat should be swinging in the back lift and coming down on the downswing like you do when you cradle a baby. It should be in one straight line. It can't veer away from the path.
Karishma Ramarak to continue.
Yeah, she does seem to be very leg-sided in terms of her play. Just the way she sets up, as we saw just a bit earlier. That front leg is quite wider, almost just around the hip. But then she makes that adjustment to pick up the line.
And if she had to be made to play through the offside more often, she might not be that fluent because of the way she stands and then because of the way she brings the bat down.
Yeah, rare beauty from Karishma Ramarak, cheered on by Shameen Campbell. It just held its line in the surface. Spoke about those cracks earlier, just wonder.
It's been delightful watching her bowl. She did well in the T20s, and here she's got off a reasonably good start as Ramarak.
Knock in that spot, knock that spot. Stop that, stop that.
In the T20s, one of the few bowlers that really attacked the stumps. West Indies were guilty of bowling wide of the wicket and presenting a lot of freebies, basically. And she tends to bowl that wicket-to-wicket line. But against Rawal, well, she has to bowl more that fourth stump line because she's pretty good on the leg side.
Just chipped over the mid-wicket fielder and she will find the boundary. Shouts of catch it there, but Pratika Rawal finishing that over in style, 71 without loss.
जब बात हो देश की मिट्टी की, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं जो हमें अलग कर सके। और इसी जज्बे के साथ कजारिया देश की मिट्टी से बनी टाइल से देश को बनाते हैं।
India going at 4.44. Just to remind the viewers, it's a different format. 50 overs on offer for the side. A young opener making her debut in the company of somebody who's been pretty seasoned for India. Dragged down, just not taking enough on it. And she'll be disappointed, Smriti Mandhana. That was a real freebie.
This is the last ball of the previous over. Advantage of being bottom-handed, you can punish short deliveries. She had to wait on it and then got underneath the ball and played it over the infield. Strong bottom hand used to good effect there.
Since you're highlighting that technique, it's sometimes very handy when you play shots like that. You're just making use of that indifferent line. So two poor deliveries, in fact, back to back from Afi Fletcher.
All she had to do was get some bat on the ball. Once again, the bottom hand being employed there by Rahul. Yes, it's all about knowing your limitations and playing the shots that you can play well. Each batter will have her own style, but as long as she's aware of her limitations, she'll do well. And that's exactly what we've seen of Rahul so far. She's not ventured into playing ambitious shots through the offside because she knows that that is not a strong area.
I like the fact that she's very fleet-footed as well in terms of her movement. Does make that pivot forward initially.
Stop it!
Yeah, leaking runs in all aspects.
If she's just making a debut, she'll learn things along the way. Like we saw Smriti Mandhana add a few shots to her repertoire. It's taken her some time to realize that she needs to play shots all around the wicket. And when she felt the need, she's worked on it. Similarly, Rahul will work on the aspect she needs to as well as she goes along in this journey of hers.
Oh yes, Afi, much better, Fletcher. That is you. That is you. That is you. Come
And
on,
what a
guys,
time to do it as well. You're in Baroda Cricket Stadium. An excellent feel, excellent surface. Playing in India, you're playing at home as well. So family and friends can tune in.
All right. Back up.
End of the 17th, 79 without loss.
India and South Africa in the 90s, there always a superlative affair. Every single fast bowler in my colony wanted some of this. And if you manage to pull off a stunning catch, catch pakada re Jonty, all of India showered their love on these guys.
True story.
But as true fans, we want to watch cricket's future heroes before everyone else. So I'm off to South Africa to see tomorrow's T20 stars in the making. A fiery new season of the SA20 begins Jan 9th.
Come on, Chris.
Some tall towers there. 17 overs have been bowled. India 79 without loss. Maybe should have been one down. That's what West Indies will feel.
Stop that.
Karishma Ramarak. Yeah, it's a brand new venue. The second in Vadodara after the IPCL stadium, now called the Reliance Stadium. The track on view. That's always the center of attraction before a game starts. Our pitch guru, Stacey, is always there
Back up.
with his Hawkeye.
There we go, girls. Come on, girls.
Yeah, I think from the time we came to the ground and looked at the pitch, we realized that there was some live grass that we wanted to have a closer look. So WV was the right person. He did the pitch report.
I'm saying he's keen as mustard because he didn't even come to the comm box. He went straight to the pitch.
Yeah, they say know your roles and functions. And, WV.
So yeah, stop that. Good.
Both the West Indian off spinners have such an easy action, such a repeatable action.
Come on, girls.
When you come to shoot, is a famous line by Ali Wallach in old Western movies. So when you come to do a job, do it.
Oh yes, that is you, better man. Keep going. Work.
Oh, in the air, but will find the gap between slip and short third, and fast enough to reach the boundary.
Some excitement momentarily when Smriti Mandhana played the shot late enough, and she had to do that to find the gap. There was enough pace from the bowler for Smriti Mandhana to maneuver. There was width as well, and playing it late ensured she played really fine, so that the field at point had no chance of cutting it off.
Yeah, that delivery 83.7 kilometers per hour, so a little faster from Karishma.
Was in the air for a while. Once again, shouts of catch it. 6 runs off that over, 85 without loss. Yeah, 5 bowlers used so far by Captain Matthews. It's something which has been a feature of the West Indies fielding and bowling has been some extras, some extras, and some indifferent fielding. Again on view today.
And you talk about the catching, but Shameen Campbell did well in that 6th over to hold on to that delivery from Hayley Matthews. And that wasn't reviewed off Rowell. And then it all fell down after that. And the efforts from bowlers and fielders have just not been up to par.
Mandhana driving fluently but not picking up the gaps against the leg spinner. It's a tightly packed field, looking to save the singles is Hayley Matthews. Try and put some pressure on Mandhana.
And just the awareness for that delivery. It could have flicked it with Smriti Mandhana, but just decided to play soft hands because Hayley Matthews is in that short, fine position.
That was a nice one through the offside. Yeah, a couple of times where you can say that the debutant and luck have been together. Maybe this should have been run out. Nothing happened there. Just before that, the review could have been taken, and this was as straightforward as it gets. 87 without loss.
This is going to be a cracker of a contest.
Show that your love for cricket is true. Come cheer for the women in blue.
The patience, the grit, the determination.
Watch IDFC First Bank India Women's versus West Indies.